Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's energy update. My name is Rebecca.meisl. Welcome. So excited to dive into our themes this week. So sorry for missing last week. I have to say I needed a little bit of me time last week. So I took the week or that day on Sunday and Monday last week to just kind of do some self-care, and hopefully you guys can understand that as well. I feel like the past few weeks have been really interesting. Lots of healing work, lots of shadows that might have been illuminated for us the past few weeks. And I've just been noticing this really big theme of really taking care of ourselves and really ensuring that we have those needs met. So last week I was working on that and just decided, I feel like I needed that week to just kind of really integrate a lot of these things that have been coming up for me personally as well. So back this week with another reading, very excited to dive in. So let's do that. So this week we have a lot of clearing once more that is coming through, and it's really coming through in this deep subconscious way. So be mindful this week as we move into it, what purging is needing to come to the surface, and where we need to really just focus on loving ourselves, nurturing ourselves, and giving ourselves what we need. So this is what channeled for the beginning of the week. So we have breathe deeply, let the dust settle. Okay, they showed me someone full of dust head to toe, and they're patting off the dust from their journey. So what I'm hearing is being still brings enlightenment. What clues have you not yet found? What hidden treasures lay deep beneath? Unfold to the pleasure of the hunt. Okay, this was super interesting. So a lot of us, we've come through a journey, okay? We have been journeying for some time. We've been going deep into our subconscious. We've been going deep into the healing work. We have been really working hard to do this healing that has been really needed. So what I'm hearing is, now that we've arrived, it's like coming home from the journey. We've arrived at our destination where we're like, okay, I feel like I'm really getting to a good place now. I've cleared lots of things. So it's like we're patting off the dust, but now it's time to like have that moment of like, oh, okay, what was the journey for me? Let me integrate. What was that experience? What are some things that I'd like to reflect on? What were some highs? What were some lows? What are the things that I haven't gleaned from the experience so far? So when we think of that, when we go on a trip and we get home, we tend to be so in the experience a lot of the time that when we get back, it's like, wow, I really just want to reflect on what that was for me. What did, and we tend to find little details that we didn't really think about too long, or we didn't have the time to look at the time because we were in the experience. So a lot of times we need that bigger picture to be shown to us. We need to take time to look at that and go, okay, what did I learn in that space? What is it that, say even as an example, Mercury retrograde brought for me? What was it, the lessons? What were the things that I needed to heal? What were things that I now need to integrate? So what I'm really hearing is we need to take this week to really slow down and be still and really allow these divine downloads to come in. So what clues have you not yet found? What hidden treasures lay deep beneath? Unfold to the pleasure of the hunt. So what I'm hearing is we really need to, once again, deep dive this week. It's time to find out what these little things are that we're needing to learn, or what these little gems are that we need to uncover, and to enjoy that process. So a lot of us do. We enjoy that introspective time. We enjoy sitting in our intuition and being in that spiritual essence. So where do we need to make time for that? Where do we need to allow ourselves to get this big picture and let these downloads come in, right? So what came next was it's time to fixate on your new goal with precision, without fear. Fears may surface for clearing through this process. Do not defy your pleasure, for in pleasure lies purpose. Okay, this was super interesting. So a lot of us, we're going to be uncovering through this past while what our real passions are, what our goals are, what is it we really want to do. A lot of us have been surfacing these shadow parts that have been really coming to clear so we can really move forward in these dreams and in these goals and ambitions. So we're going to see that again this week. What are those fears? What are those things that are holding us back from really going into our goals, from really pursuing success, right? And where are we holding ourselves back from living a joyful experience, even through the process? So I love this. It's like, do not defy your pleasure, for in pleasure lies purpose. Where do we need to humbly submit to the wildness that resides within? Where are you being called to submit to your own design and break free? Take off the mask of your own deception that says you are this or you are that. What you project as right or wrong, for you are the blur in between, not perfect, nor imperfect, nor good, nor bad. What if such parallels do not exist except by your own design? Release such perspectives and judgments that enslave you. God created the wilds just as He created the tame. Why would you judge one and not the other? Interesting. What sides of yourself lay banished and unclaimed because of your judgment? Take a look and see. It's time to embrace the full picture of yourself. Where are you in division or divide? Separation is an illusion. So this was very interesting. So as we uncover these dreams, as we uncover the truth of ourselves, and a lot of us are learning what that is. We're like, okay, this is my truth. This is what I want to do with my life. This is the direction I want to go. Where are there parts that are in resistance? Okay, where are we still afraid to do it? So we might have got the clarity. We're like, oh my gosh, this is what I need to be doing. But what are the parts that still are not on board? Okay, super interesting. And a lot of this is lying and exposing these deceptions that we have in place. Okay, so what is the lie that you believe about yourself? What is this lie? A lot of us, we are overcritical. We are judging the process. We are judging what we really want to do. A lot of us are simply judging our truths. Okay? Now, they're showing me that some of us have not been able to claim our truth because deep down, somewhere inside, we are dismissing that truth as something wrong. So where were you told that you were wrong? Where were you told that you don't deserve this? Where were you told that you don't get to have a voice? Where were you told what was good and what was bad? And where do we need to redefine our own standard of self? Where do we need to redefine what good and bad is? And how can we release the judgment that we have shrouded ourselves in? Because what they're showing me is that the shadow is holding us back. It is not allowing us to be the full expression of who we are. You know, a big example of this is where we've been told to be tame, right? How often have we been sold that picture of what good looks like, right? And a lot of it is so subconscious. A lot of it is from our childhood. We were taught what was right and what was wrong. But are those still the truth for you? Is what your parents taught? Is what society has taught us? Are those the standards that are really what you want to live by now? Because a lot of us need to hear this. We are the adult now. Sometimes we forget this, especially when it comes to our parents and people we want to impress and have proud of us, right? Some of us, it's our community, it's whatever it is. It's like we want people to accept and love us. But where do we need to just accept and love us? Can we remove that need to please others? Can we remove the standards that we have been inflicted with and start really digging in to what is true for you? What are the standards you want to live by? And where have you been taught division and separation? And is that serving you anymore? Because I'm hearing you have been in divide with yourself. You have been in a separation of your good parts and your bad. So where have you been judging yourself in this manner? Right? They're showing me this example of sexuality coming through here. This is a very strong one that a lot of us battle with. If we were raised in homes that were incredibly closed off to that, right? Where is there shame that's been put on sexuality or how we express ourselves or who we are, right? And where does there have to be a liberation of this? Where do we need to liberate our untamed, wild parts? Because guess what? God gave them to you. Right? And this can be applied in so many different ways. You know, a lot of us, we become so self-conscious. You know, how many of us go out and we're given an opportunity and we're like, no, I can't do it because I'll be embarrassed if I try. Right? Where have we put shame on ourselves? And where is that stopping us from expressing these sides of ourselves? And where do we need to reclaim them? So they're showing me that there is a wildness to human nature. We are nature, and we know nature is not prim and proper. Nature is wild. Nature has its own essence. So why are we restraining parts of ourselves that are innate within us, that are part of who we are? And this can go for so many different things, right? So where are we ashamed? Where are we still in hiding? Where are we still trying to shift so we can fit a certain standard or mold that we simply just do not fit, right? So we need to take our power back this week, and we need to be very mindful of our perspectives and judgments that are enslaving us, okay? What is your truth? Where do you need to remove the obstacles that hindered that truth? Okay? So I love how all of this channeled through. It's like, take off the mask of your own deception that says you're this or you're that. What you project as right or wrong for you are the blur in between. Not perfect nor imperfect, nor good nor bad. Right? So abolish that. You know, they gave me this beautiful example in a reading recently, and it was like, what if we just tore up all the rules for life? What if we just took that little mold that we were given, shredded it all up, and we could start from scratch? What would you build for yourself? What kind of life would you live if there were absolutely no rules? If you were limitless? Because guess what? That is the opportunity we are being given. This is what all of us are given, is this choice to relive and redeem ourselves. Okay? So, what sides of yourself lay banished and unclaimed because of your judgment? Take a look and see. It is time to embrace the full picture of yourself. So this is a very important question. Where are you in division or divide? Separation is an illusion. So they're saying this is very important for us to abolish, okay? This next phase is all about unity, is all about coming to peace and love within ourselves, within our societies, as a planet. This is the energy that we are going to be stepping into. So what needs to happen first? Well, we got to see the shadows. We got to see what's hindering this from becoming a reality. And you can see it all over the world right now, right? Where is there a lot of division? Where is there a lot of separation? What needs healing? Okay? We got to do this deep purge. We got to let those toxins come to the surface. We got to see them. We got to go, oh, right, that's there. That's there. So to get rid of it, we have to heal. We have to release. So where is the separation within yourself, right? So I'm just hearing, to heal the world, we have to heal ourselves. We have to take that responsibility of our own life and really start realizing we have the power to make a huge difference, a huge change, just by doing the healing that we are being asked to do. So, where do we need to heal this wound of separation? Where does separation exist within your relationship with yourself? Where does separation occur in your relationships? Where do you see it being applied in your work, your career, the societal standards that you live by? Where do you believe in separation, in division? Interesting question to ask, right? Where are we going? You're different from me. Where are we living in a spirit of competition? Where are we unable to see that we are all one? Once more, this includes yourself. Where have you made yourself an exception to love? Where have you excused yourself from the blessings of life? Where have you separated yourself from the abundance of the universe, right? This could be applied to so many different things. So each of us need to go into that this week. So where is hurt needed to be felt? Where is forgiveness and acceptance of the human condition needed to be forgiven? It's time to embrace your shadows and set them free. Okay, this was super interesting. So once more, we might have this wound of separation surface because it's hurtful. We might need to feel that hurt. Where have you felt cast out in the cold? Where have you felt that you couldn't be yourself? Where have you felt suppressed? Where have you felt the wounds of the world? Right? Where is that surfacing for you? And where do we need to let go? So I'm really hearing we need to feel that pain. We need to feel it to heal it. Where is that hurt from separation arising in you? And how can we come to an acceptance and forgiveness of it? Okay? We are meant to set these shadows free. So sink into the depths of the unknown, safe in the knowledge that you are always right where you need to be. This is the time to explore authenticity and support within yourself. Ask yourself, what am I supposed to learn here? in this space, in this moment, right here, right now? What is transitioning on this earth? What is it that you see? Ask to be shown the world as it truly is. It's time to put your fear to rest. How can you start to believe and trust that everything is truly in the palm of God's hands? How can you start trusting and believing that God loves and cares for you and all of His creation? Wow. A lot of us are healing this wound between ourselves and God, the universe, whatever you feel resonates best for you. But if the word God triggers you, ask yourself why. Why am I triggered by God? Why is that hard for me? Right? A lot of us have big wounds when it comes to God, when it comes to religion, when it comes to faith. If this resonates for you, where are you being called to heal that rift? Where do you need to empower yourself and free yourself from man-made rules, stipulations that have painfully inflicted separation within yourself, between you and God and Source? Because I'm hearing that was not there, right? Or however this is coming up for you, however these programs came in for you that made you separate from God, that made you separate yourself. It's time to heal it. What makes you think that God is cruel? What makes you think that God doesn't care about you? What has made you believe that that cannot be unconditional love for you? That God cannot unconditionally love this earth, this planet, and all of its inhabitants? What is the story that has made you feel that God, the universe, is separate from you? We need to heal this wound with God. We need to heal this wound that separates us from this universe. Because all that separation is an illusion. It is not true. It is not real. The truth is you are loved. You are absolutely cared about. And the universe is trying to show you every day. God is trying to show you every day. You are cared about. You are loved just as you are. Where do we need to open our eyes? Where do we need to open our eyes to God? To the presence of this universe, to the presence of goodness in this world. We get bombarded by all that's wrong. We bombard ourselves every day with what's wrong with us, where we're not good enough, where we're not perfect. If we put that much energy into what is going right and to what goodness lies and exists in this world, what do you think that would do? Look at your power. Look at the power of your thoughts. Look at the power of your beliefs and where you are placing your attention, your focus every single day, do you not see how powerful you are? Think of that on a collective level. What if we all focused on the truth? What if we all focused on ourselves and what we're supposed to be doing? Our joy, our happiness, love in this world. How do you think that would change our lives? Each of us have this choice before us today, right now. What will you choose? Remember that. And where are you putting your attention on false stories? Stories that separate you from that light, from that love. Because that is what is important here. Do not lose sight of this big picture. Your light is important. Where do you need to remember that? What are the stories that say you're not? What are the stories and the lies that you believe that say that you are not enough? That you don't matter, that this universe doesn't love you, that this universe doesn't want to provide for you, care for you, nurture you, be there for you. What are the stories that say you don't deserve it, you don't get it, unless you're perfect? What a wound. What an absolute lie that strips you of love. What an absolute lie. Are you going to keep believing it? Are you going to keep saying that lie to yourself? So what is it that you really believe about God? What is it that you really believe about this world? It really matters. It really matters. Take time. Go into those beliefs. Go into the stories. Decide what is your truth. What resonates for you? What makes you feel full of love? Because if you have a belief that does not make you full of love, could it be that that belief isn't right for you? Because your beliefs that you live by should be beliefs that empower you, that make you feel amazing, that make you feel worthy, loved, and deserving, that connect you to this universe, that connect you to God, that make you feel like your soul is on fire, it is on purpose, that you're right on path, that you always are, that you always matter, that you're always cared about, that you are always supported, that you do deserve these things in your life. So ask the universe to show you. If you're like, I don't know how to believe in myself, I don't know how to love myself, I don't know how to change these belief systems, they're so deep in me. Ask the universe to show you what your life could look like, what your life could be. Ask, give the universe permission to show you what your life could be if you lived a life of love. And slowly, every single day, keep that on the forefront of your mind. What is it that I can do to live a life of love today? What is it I can do to shine my light brighter today? What is it that I need to shift my perceptions on? Where do I need to have firm boundaries in what information I intake every day? How can I protect my light? Where do I need to say no to the news, to negative information that just strips me, that just drains me, that doesn't do anything for me, right? We have to have very firm boundaries. And we need to ask the universe to show us what the truth really is. Because a lot of us have concerns right now. A lot of us are worried right now. A lot of us are like, the dark, it's there. I get it. But ask the universe to show you, to open your perspectives. What is the truth? What is it that I need to know so I can remove this fear from my life? A lot of us are living in deep fear. What's going to happen? Right? What's going to happen? We need to sink into this unknown and feel safe. This is what we're being challenged with right now. How can we trust we're here right now for a reason? We chose to be here in this time in history. How can we see that as a beautiful privilege? Right? So ask the universe to show you what you need to know to remove the fear. How can we heal this fear that we have? Right? And how can you start to believe that everything will be fine? That everything is truly in the arms of God. We don't have to take that on. That is not our purpose here. You are not here to take on all the problems of the world. You are not here to do that. But you are here to be in your authentic light. So how can you do that, right? We need to sever those beliefs that make us a stranger to love, that cut us off from our light, that drain that light. We need to heal this. It's very important, okay? So unload your fears upon the universe. Unload your fear and empty out your burden. There is no more to carry. There is no more for you to suffer. You are awake now. Now you will truly see. Become firm in yourself and your beliefs, because this will set you free. Wow. Wow. Could you imagine what your life will be when you completely remove your fear? Could you imagine? If you could just set all those worries down, remove that burden from your shoulders, and just go, here you go. Here, universe, I don't know what to do with this, so here you go. And just remove it. Let it go. Let the universe be there for you. Could you imagine when you free yourself of all those false beliefs that you have that keep you in separation? Could you imagine the freedom you will feel? This is what we're being given, is this opportunity. So our next theme here, center and find your peace. What is in opposition to your goal? Low self-confidence? Low self-worth? What comes to your mind when you picture success? What fear comes to sabotage your joy? Isolate it. Is it true? Abolish fear. Fear is an illusion. Walk beyond it. It's time to claim your abundance and be free. We must change the pathways of the mind and shift the trauma from the body. Reaffirm your new story for life. Okay, I love this. So this week, we have a little bit of homework to do. We have to look at these shadow parts. We have to look at what is in opposition to our success, to our peace, to our joy. What is sabotaging it? What specifically for you is being highlighted to get rid of? We're purging those toxins, my friends. What is it that makes you believe you can't do it? You won't be successful. You won't be able to meet your needs. You won't be able to do what you're here to do. All of us have that fear in some capacity. So what can we do? How can we release this mentality of lack, of fear? Right? First off, we got to look at those beliefs. We got to isolate them. We have to specifically see them. What are they? And are they true? Okay? A lot of us get so triggered, we don't follow the path of our fear. We don't see what the fear is trying to show us, teach us. And we got to stop looking at fear as the enemy here. It's not the enemy. It's making us aware of what is needing healing. Right? So we got to dig deeper than the fear. We got to look beyond it. And this is going to help us abolish it for good. Okay? So that's why we have to walk beyond the fear. We have to get to the root. This is going to free us. This is going to help us claim this abundance we've been trying to manifest. So we have to change the pathways of our mind. And this is where the homework comes in. We have to be very diligent. What is my inner dialogue? What is it that I'm repeatedly telling myself every day? What is it that I am repeatedly saying every day? Right? Once again, this can apply to our narratives of the world. Look how bad it is. Look how this is happening. Look, we got to get ready. We got to be prepared. We got to protect ourselves. No. Let the universe protect you. The more you try to protect yourself, the more you are ingraining fear. Okay? Stop it. Where do you need to trust? Where do you need to show up for your inner child and go, oh, we're okay. We're going to be okay. We got this. So what are your stories? What are you putting out there? Okay, I'm going to they're being very point blank. Some of you need to shut your mouth. This just showed me someone shutting their mouth and be like, that's enough. No more. Stop it. Okay? That ain't good for you. That's not good for anybody. So where are you in fear? Where are you fear-mongering? Where are you repeating negativity over and over? That's enough. That's not your truth. Your truth is, I am light, I am love, and that is what I'm going to be. That is what I'm going to focus on. That is where I'm putting my energy. I am going to be so intentional in the way I live my life. Fear will have no place anymore. Wow, that's power. That's power, right? So change that pathway. Shift the trauma from your body. Some of us are going through huge trauma healing in our physical bodies. So where is your body releasing trauma? Where do we need to release trauma from the body? They're showing me the gut. A lot of us are going through gut purging, and it is coming through in parasites, it's coming through in toxins, it's coming through in all sorts of bacterias. They're just showing me like these bugs. And it's like, it's making me sick. It's making me feel gross. It's making me feel not good. When we think of that, when we think of a parasite as an example, it's trying to take over. It's like, oh, you're going to be my host, right? What is a parasite in your life? Think of that. What is it that's draining my energy, mine, for itself, for its own purpose? What is taking my power? And where am I letting it? Where am I letting this live in my body and take from me? Think about that. Where is our body the mirror? What is it trying to tell you? Think about that. How can I release the need for this condition in my life? Everything that comes through in a lesson for us, if we learn that lesson, we don't need the lesson anymore. So what is your body, your trauma, your triggers teaching you? What is it that you are avoiding learning? What do you need to learn? We have to think about this. What am I meant to learn right here, right now? What is this issue teaching me? Why is it bothering me? What is it specifically, guys? What is bothering you right now? Okay, what is it that's annoying you, that's getting under your skin, that's bringing up anger, that's making you hurt? What is it? It's what you're meant to learn. Don't busy yourself and ignore it. What is it? You gotta learn your lesson, so it's gonna keep on repeating until you get the point. So what is it? Okay? Reaffirm your new story and release this trauma from the body. So how can we release the trauma from the body? There's so many different ways. There's fascial release you can do. There is yoga, there is Tai Chi, there is energy work, there is Reiki. There is so many different ways that we can release these things from our bodies. And we're being called to do the work. Book the session, do the energy healing, learn how to do it yourself. Whatever you need to do, watch a YouTube video, go to a class, do it. Because this is going to expedite your healing. It's going to remove this from the body because the body holds all of this. The body has stored all of this hurt, this anger, all these emotions that we've gone through in our lives and we haven't been able to process. These are big wounds that we are purging right now. So it is going to affect your physical vessel. So be mindful. Where are you exhausted? Where are you like, I am so overwhelmed? What can you do about it? How can you show up for your body and listen to your body? Okay? It needs loving care. Emphasis on loving. We're not going to beat on it. We're not going to struggle with it. We're not going to say, hey, you know what? Why are you acting up? This is so inconvenient for me. No, we're going to go, wow, okay, this hurts, this uncomfortable. Thank you, body, for showing me where I'm holding trauma. Thank you, body, for showing me where I need to let go, where I need to release, where I need healing, and where you need love, compassion. This is how we have to start viewing the inconveniences in our lives. This is how we have to shift the narrative. This is a call for more love. This isn't a call for more self-criticism. This isn't a call for more judgment. They're also bringing this in. Where are you in separation from your body? Right? Where have you gotten angry at your body? Where is it not enough for you? Have you separated yourself from your body? We got to learn how to be at home in our bodies. We got to start embracing these physical vessels right where they are. They're also showing that this is a big wound for a lot of us souls. Light workers, you're on earth. And we have to realize this. We want to go home sometimes, wherever home is for you. Sometimes that's a big hurt. I don't want to be here. This is hard for me to be here. Look at all this darkness. Look at this dense earth energy. I don't like it. This is what our soul might feel. But we have to accept that we accepted this mission. We accepted to be here on earth, right here, right now. We have to stop trying to escape it. A lot of us, we're rejecting our physical bodies because earth is too harsh. But this is a story. It's not the truth. Earth is a beautiful place to be. Earth is so extraordinary, and that is why it is so important we start recognizing the beauty here. This is why where we focus is so important. This is how we view our bodies, how that is so important. Where is your soul rejecting your body? And where is your body responding to that rejection? You have to start loving your body. You have to start accepting your earthly mission and loving it, because that is what's possible for you. It is possible for you to be here right now and have an extraordinary, love-filled experience. Where have you said that's not possible? We got to heal this, okay? We have to heal our bodies. We have to heal our relationship to them and accept them where they are, okay? So what subconscious emotions and programs still exist within you? Get the help you need. Once more, book those sessions. Do the thing, okay? You know what works for you. Follow your gut instinct. What have you been interested in lately? What have you been called to do lately? What's been coming up in your mind lately? Do it. Okay? So the next theme, the threads that keep us together. Snipping and cutting threads and connections that no longer serve. Releasing attachments to people and outcomes. Taking control of your own destiny. This is super cool. So some of us, we're getting healthy, okay? This is the best I can put it. We're getting really healthy. So what does that mean? Cutting out the toxins. Cutting out what poisons our body. Whatever sabotages that well-being. Okay, we are learning how to snip these threads, these energetic connections that don't serve us. So once more, we might need to do a lot of cord cutting this week. So Archangel Michael is going to be your go-to pal. Okay, call in Archangel Michael this week because we're going to need him. But that being said, we're releasing these energies that don't serve. Okay, so take a good look at that. What is it that needs to go? And if you're unsure, ask. Thank you, universe, for showing me what energetic cords and attachments that I have that no longer serve me. If you want to call in Michael and ask him, Michael, I'm not sure what I need to cut and let go. Can you show me? Right? Ask. Sometimes we forget we can ask our questions. And ask specific questions to get specific answers. So spend time doing that this week. What needs to go? What relationships have I had a hard time letting go of? Is there any residual? Is there any resentment, anger, toxicity, anything that I'm still thinking about, that I'm still worried about, that's still maybe you're dreaming about. These are things in your subconscious that are surfacing to help you let go. Okay? And get honest this week, some of it we're going to be like, oh, I thought I was over that. Are you? Are you really? We're going to have to be honest. Okay. But this is giving us our power back. We're taking control of our narrative. We're taking control of our destiny. And this is going to refresh our relationships completely. So the other thing that comes up with this is codependency. We are going to be healing this energy of codependency this week. So where have we been dependent on other people in our lives to make us happy or determine our mood? Determine our day, right? Where do we need to take control of our own lives? So give me an example of someone who's like, I can't do anything without my friends being there, or I can't book a trip, or I can't move forward because I want my partner with me. And that's a very natural thing. We want to have our companions. But I'm just hearing, where have we become too dependent? Where do we need to take our independence back and go, if I want to do something, I can go do it. If I want to do something, I'm going to just do it for myself, right? Where do we need to take our power back? Okay. This can also come up in the universe. So they're bringing this awareness where some of us will not even take an action until we've asked about it intuitively. They're saying, we love that you come to us. We love that you're constantly asking our advice, but where do you need to live your earthly experience? Where do you need to make your own decisions? And trust in yourself. A lot of us are very afraid of doing things by ourselves, taking actions because we're afraid of making a mistake or doing something wrong, or we're feeling confused and ungrounded. So that is our call to go within and be like, okay, if I'm not getting an answer from the universe on this, maybe I just need to make a choice myself, or maybe I need to center and feel grounded and safe again so I can feel safe to make decisions for myself. This is really helping us grow in our own relationship with ourselves and show up for ourselves and go, wow, I am strong. I am capable. I can be courageous and make my own decisions. Okay? So this week, I make my own decisions. So we're taking responsibility for the way we want to live our lives and taking responsibility for our own happiness. We're not going to wait around anymore. We're not going to wait for others to say, yes, I think that's a good idea. No, we're going to go, I approve of my own decisions. I approve of myself. And I believe that this is what I need to do. And we're going to do it. And it's going to be very liberating. So from there, we have releasing residual anger and resentment for those who held you back. So yes, where have we felt held back? And where do we feel anger about it? Where do we feel resentment about it? And we're going to see maybe we're just angry with ourselves. That's what they're bringing in, for not doing what you really want to do. And isn't that one of our biggest regrets most of the time? I regret that I didn't do what I really wanted to do. So what is it that you really want to do? And what excuses are you making that are sabotaging you and saying you can't? We got to heal that. We got to let that go. So we're identifying where and what drains your energy and your joy. Is it worth it? What is the cost? Okay, this is something we have to really think of this week. What is draining my health, my wealth, and my happiness? Learning to do things with expansive joy. seeing that this world can truly be a magical place at every stage. Believe in yourself and your capability. Know and trust all is truly well. Create the vibration you want to be in. I love this. So our final message this week: what makes me feel expansive joy? Think about that word, expansive. How often do you feel that way? And what is it that does that for you? What makes you feel like you are limitless? Your soul is on fire. You are unstoppable. What gives you that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful inspiration? And how can you allow yourself to be in that experience? What do you need to do to create that expansive joy in your reality? What can you do today? Because your joy is important. Your joy, your pleasure is your purpose. Can you live your purpose today? And can you believe that you get to do it? Can you allow yourself to believe that being in your joy every day is what you need to do? Is what you should do every single day? Can you prioritize it? Can you make it happen? And can you trust that you can leave your problems in God's hands? Just for today, I will leave my problems, my fears, my worries in God's hands. Today, I choose to live in joy. Today, I choose to love myself. Today, I choose to walk in light. Today, I choose to embody love. So, my friends, can you make it happen? Can you do it for yourself? I know you can. So this ends our reading for this week. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope it gives you some food for thought. And remember, all of this information is to help us come back to our truth, that we are love, that we are capable, that we are limitless, and we are so powerful. What we choose to do with our lives, what we choose to say and think and feel, it matters. It matters so much. You matter so much. So please don't forget that. Please remember your worth. Remember your value. Because the universe sees you and thinks you are the most wonderful thing. That's why you're here. That's why they chose you to be right where you are. That's why your soul chose this experience. You can be triumphant. You can conquer whatever fear, whatever darkness that exists in your reality. You can be the light. So thank you for all of your efforts, for all that you do to be this light in this world. And thank you for embodying love today. And I'm sending you all of mine. Have a beautiful week, my friend.